So gut health basically is our colon. I really built a brand on simplifying healthy living and also incorporating gut health.
I don't understand the reason why organic food is so much better.
I have a friend who just turned out she's allergic to banana at 29.
Why do you text me that?
When I was 15, I was really overweight, and my mom actually took me to the Y.
English is a second language for me.
YouTube University is where I've learned everything.
Why is that so important to drink water?
But it has sucralose, which is not great.
What's that? All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Be Frank podcast. We have special guest Jordan Reynolds. She's a health coach, and she's a social media influencer. Welcome to the show, Jordan.
Thanks for having me.
How are you?
Excited. I'm good. How are you?
Good. So can you tell us what do you do and then who you are a little bit to the listeners?
Yeah, I've been a health coach for almost 9 years, and I've been a personal trainer. I've been teaching fitness classes for 12 years, and I've really built a brand on simplifying healthy living and also incorporating gut health, simple healthy habits, just because I had to start with my own life first, and then I knew other people probably felt the same way.
Yeah.
And so that's what really started me posting on social media, and now I've been doing it for almost 10 years, and it's just been so much fun.
How's that social media going?
It's good. I will say whenever TikTok first started coming out, it was a learning curve, but I've been on the platform for about 3 years, and then Reels were introduced, YouTube, Shorts. I just think now if people will take the time to learn it, it can do so much for your brand.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Do you like that Reels is like a more popular now, and then like Instagram algorithm changed to like only Reels? What do you think about Instagram change it to videos?
I really wish they would go back to the chronological feed. I think that would be really key for a lot of brands.
Right.
And then also I would love to see them go back to utilizing now Reels and also being okay with photos.
Yeah.
I feel like we're missing a lot. But as for me, I've adapted already, so I love it. I get it.
Yeah.
But I would really love for them to go back.
So what do you suggest to people who want to be a social media influencer? Like you said, like learning about it, like do TikTok and Reels. Like what kind of tricks and tips do you have?
I would say you need to be a really good student. So we're always learning.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube. YouTube University is where I've learned everything. I have a background also in photography. I learned it on YouTube. I learned how to market on YouTube, how to edit Reels on YouTube, finding content ideas on there. Just by watching a couple videos a day, you can really teach yourself. And I think probably within a couple months of implementing that strategy, you would see so much.
You go to YouTube University? Is that different than YouTube?
I say YouTube University, like you're basically a student. You're searching on YouTube and you're basically learning from YouTube.
Oh, gotcha. I thought like there's like YouTube University.
Everything on there.
Yeah.
So it's just awesome. So there's really no excuse anymore. If you want to be successful, go on YouTube, watch some videos, and then take some that you really learn from, and then the other ones, it's fine. Like, those are not for you.
Do you have some YouTuber you follow?
I really like, who is it? I like Socially Kels. She's really popular on TikTok.
Yeah.
She posts on there. I really like Rachel Peterson. She's great. I recommend if you don't know how to edit, definitely start either in CapCut or Splice. Yeah. And you can look for tutorials on there for that too. And that's how you can find how to do voiceovers. So you can do some days in the life and then be able to do voiceovers, but that might be too much. If you're like, I don't know how to do that, go to YouTube, you can learn, and that's where I would start.
Yeah, what do you think about those like trending sound, right? And then like you kind of act it out. Is that work for you a lot, or like do you create the original voiceover sound?
I think you should have a good mix.
Yeah.
But I think if you're starting out, that's a really good way to do just you're mouthing the words to a trending audio. Yeah. So if you see it on Instagram, if it has a little arrow by it, it's trending. So you could definitely try it and see what it does for you.
Do you practice before you like a film?
I probably have about 15 different takes before I post the real one. Because they're horrible. They're terrible.
Yeah, I always wonder, like, some people, like, a natural, and, like, they listen to, like, stuff, and then, like, because English is a second language for me.
Yeah.
So, like, whenever they say, I have to, like, kind of, like, write it out, and then kind of, like, practice it, and then, like, read it out loud. And then, like, I try. I probably do, like, 15, 20 takes, and then figure it out. But, yeah, I'm glad, like, a lot of different, I was always curious, other influencer, like, how they do it. Like, do you have a workflow of the reels? Do you post every day?
I do post every day.
Like, what's your workflow?
So I like to go through for one day and find ideas, and I'll write out what I'm going to be filming, and then one day I'll film, and then the next day I'll edit. So then I'll put my captions on my posts, I'll put the captions on top of the video, and then hashtags so that they're ready with reel covers to go out. So that way, whenever you don't feel like it, because you will not feel like it most days,
Yeah.
you already have a bunch of stuff ready. So I batch, and I think batching is a really great way to be, like, consistent.
So how many, like, one day you shoot maybe like 10 or more, or?
Yeah, I probably shoot about 10 to 15.
Damn. And then you kind of schedule it out?
Yeah, and then you schedule it out, and then I like to take videos throughout my day if that's the day I'm filming.
Yeah.
Just so I can use that for B-roll, or if I want to put that into Splice and make it into just a compilation video full of a bunch of clips, I can do a voiceover with that. I can then put trending audio over it, or if I want to put, like, for right now, a lot of the motivation stuff, because it's the new year, is really popular. I can also use that for that too.
Do you shoot and edit and publish by yourself?
For right now, yes.
Wow, that's cool.
I'd really like that to change this year, but for right now, it's just me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like an editor and all that stuff.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be cool. Like, what's the most revenue source from the social media? Like, any platform pays you the most?
In terms of views and stuff,
Or like a payout, whatever?
Instagram, the Reels bonus is the highest.
Yeah.
I think it's controversial. It does inhibit your reach. So you're either going to get paid off of the Reels bonus, or you're going to choose not to, and you'll be able to convert if you have another offer.
Yeah.
That would be better. So I think you just have to choose each month what your goal is.
Okay, so my friend, I'm on Instagram bonus program.
Yeah.
That actually I just started this month. And then it's like you have a $1,200 cap. And the first $100 is kind of easy to make or whatever. And is that rolls over every month?
No, so you have that time to get as much as you can and revenue and views and all that, and then it starts over.
Starts over?
Yeah.
So my friend, his name is Devin, he got if you post, I think 20 reels, you get $100 or whatever.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And then so he posted 20 reels and then he got $100.
Yeah.
But next month the Instagram didn't give him a, I guess, quote or whatever.
Yeah.
So it kind of stopped. So is that happen?
I think that's their way of getting people to post. And then once you do that, they want you to continue. And if you continue, then you'll be able to be invited to the Reels program, where you try to get the most views and then you get paid off of views.
Got you.
So some people get it, some people don't. I think the people that get the initial one, post 20 times, get $100. It's the people that haven't really posted too much. So if you're already posting, you're probably already in that Reels bonus program.
Got you. So then after the days end, it just starts over?
Yeah.
Huh. So it doesn't
Every
disappear?
month. Yeah, every month you get an opportunity to do it.
Huh. That's awesome. Do you do that too? Like first a couple weeks, like you post a bunch, and then like the last 2 weeks or whatever, you don't post that much?
I try to keep it fairly consistent, but I do think I'm more consistent in the beginning of the month. Yeah.
Because you get more pay, right?
Yeah.
And stuff. And then isn't that crazy? Like only like the first $100 is like super easy to make. And
I feel like then it stops, and then I feel like your posts don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's awful.
What's the most money you made?
$250. That's the highest.
That's cool. Like how many views are those?
I'm not sure. It was during Christmas this year
Yeah.
that I had the most.
That's cool. Like it's like I think I got like about like 50K view or something like that.
Yeah.
And after like $100, that was like only like 50 cents. I'm like, damn, this kind of sucks.
Yes.
Yeah, but do you have any other tips for like there's a lot of people want to be a fitness influencer, right? Like go to YouTube and all that kind of stuff. But my thing is just do it kind of advice. But like, do you have any other advice you want to give to?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
So social media is just one part of it.
Yeah.
You definitely want to either have a link tree or a stand store that you can use. Do you know what stand store is?
Stand store, no.
Oh, it's awesome. So stand store is, in my opinion, better than link tree. So you can put different links. Like if you have an Amazon storefront, if you have a digital download that is very simple for you to make. If you don't want to make it, you can outsource it on Fiverr or Upwork. And it can just be, if you are just a regular fitness person, 10 ways that you can get better in the gym, or 5 ways to burn more fat, all of that. And it can be free. So you then collect your like potential's name, their email, and then they go into an email funnel for you. And so they're getting nurtured as like a lead for you, and you already have their information. And then also they have an option on there where you can book like discovery calls with people. So they'll pay you, or you can do a free consultation with them. You'll have your calendar on there, and you can just have them go in, they'll book it, and then they'll have like a video meeting with you, kind of like a Zoom.
For like a coaching program?
Yeah, for like a coaching program. So it's a way to get more out of social media than just relying on the algorithm to give you money.
Yeah.
So it's a way to start really converting those leads.
Oh, nice. So that you do coaching program online?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Like what kind of coaching?
So the coaching program is a 90-day gut health coaching program. So we go over like healthy habits, gut health, movement, kind of going back to the basics. And then a lot of people with fitness just need a reminder to drink their water, wake up, go outside.
Okay, so
that.
all right. So drink water, right? So
Drink water.
my YouTube and the end tag, I always say, always be frank, get ton of water, and then get jacked.
Okay.
I love drinking water.
Yes.
And then also I do, like, I don't know, like I'm super religious about drinking water. And then my employee just today, he's a web designer trying to like lose weight. And then I asked him, hey, how much are you drinking water? That's like the first thing I ask.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I drink coffee. I mean, coffee is not water.
It's not water.
But anyways, he asked me that I would like to know your take on it too. But my take of drinking water is that most important things for the body, because 60%, 70% of body is water. It's kind of like a gas for your body. Then if you don't drink water, it doesn't work properly, so that your organ or digestion or that thing doesn't work. And then also, like for me, look is kind of important too. Like for if you're drinking a lot of water, if you don't drink water, that water will go to a starvation mode. Say like they will hold a lot of water because you don't drink water, so your body will be like, oh, this is the last time I'm gonna get this water, so they hold on to it. So they might look bloated or whatever. But if you drink ton of water, like you might pee a lot, but the body will think that you will get more water, so you don't have to hold on to water, so you look more shredded. So overall, important to drink water. That's what I told him.
Yeah.
But I told him that I'm gonna have a professional here, so I'm gonna ask her.
Professional.
So what's your take on like how do you explain to your like I guess clients and also like your people, like why is that so important to drink water?
Water is huge for not only being shredded, like you said, but digestion, for sleep too.
Yeah.
And then for energy, for cravings, for appetite, for weight loss. So I think that a lot of times I run into people saying, I only drink around 30 ounces of water a day. And then I'll have coffee and I'll have soda. And I think that if people would start drinking more water, they would not only lose weight and be shredded, but they would also feel like they're not walking around carrying so much. They'd be able to go to the bathroom during the day. They'd sleep so much better, and they would stop craving like sugar and carbs and junk. So I would challenge people, you don't have to start. Like optimally, I would love for people to drink half their body weight in ounces of water a day.
Half a body weight. Is that the minimum or is that like a recommendation?
That's like the goal.
The goal.
That's the goal.
Is how many ounces in gallon? Do you know?
So for instance, I'm 120-ish pounds.
Okay.
So I want to drink around 60 to 70 ounces of water a day.
Okay.
That's super simple for people like us.
Okay.
But for people that are like, that is ridiculous, start going up in like 10. So if you start out with 30 ounces, say I'm going to drink 40. And then the next week go to 50.
Oh.
So just that you start going slowly and it's a little more bite size instead of just seeing, oh my gosh, I need to get close to 100 ounces. Because that's not going to happen.
128 ounce is a gallon? Yeah, that's what I drink every
That's pretty
day.
good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Also, that's more than half. I mean, that's what I tell my people whenever they want to lose weight. So I had my employee went to go to Homeland, go get a jug of gallon of water. Because if you like a water bottle, that's like 16 ounce or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to keep track of like a gallon of water. So I'm just like, go get a jug and drink that every day. But what's your trick to drink more water?
So today's a bad example because I have a plastic one. But usually I have my hydro flask with me and it's around 40 ounces. And I'll drink a couple of those, but only because I'm not looking at it. This has been sitting here for probably about 5 hours without me drinking it. But my hydro flask, I'm going to be drinking it a lot just because I'm not having to look at the liquid and what's in it. So a lot of people on TikTok think it's funny. I always talk about getting a non-clear bottle, but it really does trick your brain.
Really?
So yeah, I would totally try it. Like there's gallons you can get on Amazon that are non-clear and it might help too, just getting in that water.
Gotcha. What do you think about those flavor water? Like, so I put BCAA on my water.
Yeah.
And then so it gives me flavors. But do you think that like a Mio, like a sugar-free Mio or whatever, do you think that's good or just clear water is the best?
Clear water is the best. But I think if you want to add anything to it, I would just say, especially if you're someone who has digestive issues and you already know you have gut issues, I would stay away from sucralose or aspartame. It's just known to really kick you into a flare. And so if you're going to add anything, just make sure it's sweetened with stevia or cane sugar.
Stevia or cane sugar?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't have any red dye, yellow, or blue.
Okay, so why is that?
It's just a known thing that really flares.
Did you say red or yellow or blue?
So here we add really bad colors that really don't need to be in there at all, just to make things look prettier. And it really messes with people's gut and digestive issues. And so if people already know they're dealing with it, I definitely think we should try to not have them every day. I think if you have them in moderation, it's okay. But if you're taking it for like a health supplement, we probably should go with something a little more cleaner.
So don't drink like
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Not Gatorade.
So pink is better?
So
like I guess white Gatorade?
I wouldn't go with any Gatorade. I think Gatorade's not great.
Yeah.
I would go.
Because a lot of sugar?
Yeah, it's a lot of sugar, and I love the idea of hydration.
Yeah.
But they really don't get there. Something like liquid IV would be better. It's sweetened with cane sugar.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a little bit better.
Huh. So the BCAA is powder, but it becomes like a blue?
As long as it doesn't say blue, if you look on the label on the back, it's okay.
Gotcha. Can you?
You're like,
go get
pull it out.
Can you go get my ghost BCAAs?
Am I gonna ruin your day?
Maybe. But how did you learn all this stuff?
So I went to school for nutrition.
Yeah.
And then I decided to become a holistic health coach. And there's a school in New York that you can go through online.
Gotcha.
And it's a year program. So I went through them, and then I'm also certified through ACE.
Yeah.
And they do more of what I call American nutrition. So with the place in New York, they teach dietary theories, they teach holistic health, and it's just, I wanted to get a good mix of both.
Gotcha.
So
would you take a look at this?
I'm so sorry.
No, it's
You're going to regret asking me to come here.
No, I would love to.
I'm looking for it.
Does that say it's blue?
Oh, it's right here. Hello. I'm so sorry.
It does say it?
No, it says my other one. It has sucralose in it, which is just sugar.
Okay.
So it's like aspartame.
Oh.
So if you can find something like this that is made with cane sugar or stevia, you're good.
So that doesn't have a blue?
It doesn't have a blue, but it has sucralose, which is not great.
What's that?
So you know what's in soda? Like Coke.
Yeah.
And then you know what's in diet soda? Aspartame,
Yeah.
just to make it sweeter.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So that's okay.
Yeah, I would just find something like this that is sweetened with cane sugar, which nowadays that's super common.
Huh.
Because back 10 years ago when I started, that was not normal. Like they had stuff like this all the time.
Okay, good thing
yeah.
Ghost haven't sponsored me yet. Then I'll probably not get sponsors.
We can delete this one. It's okay.
No. I think this is funny. So gut health, right? Let's just talk about that. Like, what is gut health even?
So gut health basically is our colon. And so we have, I'm going to get sciencey. So we have fungus in us, and it's basically in there to decompose our body once we die. The reason America is in the position we're in is because the bad bacteria in there has gotten so much. The good bacteria is down here. So the bad bacteria is winning. And so that's why a lot of people these days have digestive issues. IBS is super common now. People are exhausted. We have an obesity epidemic, especially in Oklahoma. It's a problem.
Yeah.
And people are just really sick. And it's because our gut has been wrecked by our food, and then people just not drinking water, not taking care of themselves. And so supplementation is really important for that too.
So like a probiotic and stuff?
Yeah.
Like what? Is there like a good probiotic and then bad probiotic?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What is a good probiotic have?
So when you're looking for probiotics, you really want them to have multiple strains. And if it can have an antifungal in it, because that really is going to help you get your gut balanced. The one I love is called chitosanase. And it just basically goes in, and candida, which is the fungus in your gut, has a really hard outer shell. So it goes in and basically like kicks it to the side, basically.
Huh.
And it's awesome. So you want that to have it. And if it doesn't have it in the one you're taking, I'd recommend going to the store and getting like an antifungal too. Just take them together. They're great. And then if you have struggles with taking vitamins, have one with digestive enzymes in it, because it will help your body digest it. So like, for instance, when I first started, Centrum was the goal. Like everybody was on a Centrum multivitamin, but we were all not feeling great after. You'd have like the tummy rumbles and you'd be having acid reflux.
Right.
And that's because they didn't have digestive enzymes in their multivitamins. And
gotcha. So I was always curious, like if you take multivitamins, why do you have to take another vitamins? You know what I mean? Like, because there's vitamin C, vitamin D, D1 or whatever, right? Is a multivitamin covers it all?
If it's the right one, it can help. But most women have issues with vitamin D. So I would recommend, especially for women, getting in some more vitamin D too.
Is that true? Like you can get vitamin D from the sun?
You can, but if you struggle with sleep already, and also if you're really, really just exhausted all the time, you might want to get your like levels checked. And then I would recommend adding that in. But also getting the sun is great.
Huh. So I take probiotic.
Yeah.
Multivitamin, vitamin D1, and then zinc, magnesium, and then I drink emergency, and I drink green powder thingy, and BCAAs. What else should I take?
You're pretty good.
Okay.
You just have to fix your is that a pre-workout?
No, BCAAs.
Okay, yeah, you gotta fix that. But other than that, emergency, I would say I would recommend switching to more ginger shots. Have you ever tried to make those? Mm-mm. So you can make them with ginger, you can put cayenne in there, pepper, turmeric, and then orange or lemon to kind of offset the bitterness. And I think those would be more effective than just taking emergency. Because emergency has been sitting on the shelf for a very long time. So I would recommend adding in some like real foods, especially if you're feeling bad. I think that you would feel a huge difference.
Ginger shots.
Yeah.
Huh. Where do you get those?
You can make them at home.
Huh. Maybe I need.
I'm gonna make you a video.
I need to go.
I'm gonna make a video.
I'll watch it and I'll save it and I'll share.
They're not that bad.
Also, do you have a company you recommend to like? So you saying like this company had like a bad thing in it, right?
Yeah.
But is there like any like the brand you like respect or like a you have trust in? Okay, if you go this brand and then buy probiotic or supplements, it's all good. Do you have any kind of company?
I have one online.
Yeah.
And then I can kind of talk about what you should look for at the store too. So the one I recommend online, I've been using them in my practice with my clients for about almost 9 years, and it's Plexus Worldwide. And so they offer gut health products way before people started talking about it. When I started talking about it almost 10 years ago, people were like, what? So they have a gut health combo I love. They have magnesium. They have protein that's really clean. I love their products because they're organic. They're non-GMO.
What did you say that brand was?
Plexus.
Plexus.
Yeah.
Okay. Or I'm going to go there, but go ahead. So.
They're pretty good. I love that they are organic. They're non-GMO, and they're based in Scottsdale.
Okay.
But they just got a warehouse in Texas, so like they ship super fast to Oklahoma now. And then they also have stuff for like kiddos on there and multivitamins, omegas, nerve. If people have issues with nerve, they have that too. So I like them a lot. And then going to the store, I would just look for, when you're first starting out, get a multivitamin, get an omega, and then get some protein. Especially if you're a woman, get some protein because we really don't take enough. And then just make sure it doesn't have sucralose, aspartame, or any colors. As long as it's sweetened with cane sugar or stevia, then you're good.
What do you recommend for a female to take? How many proteins? Is that like the same thing as a man, like a pound, like 1 pound per body weight you need to eat, like a grams per grams? Is that kind of same thing in a woman?
For me, when I'm starting with people, I just want to get them started on it, and then we can go from there. But I would recommend just getting in a protein shake a day for a woman.
Protein shake a day?
Yeah, just
That's
one.
like a 20 grams.
Just one. Most people don't even get that, honestly.
Really?
Yes.
I need to take a BCA.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle. But people like you need a lot more protein.
Yeah.
So you're going to take your protein shake. You're going to do, are you vegan or
No.
are you,
Wow.
you're good?
I eat anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you're going to have like your chicken, whatever else you eat, and make sure you're getting in your protein.
Yeah. I make sure I get at least 0.8 grams per my body weight. So I need to get about 140 grams a day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I would want a woman, eventually once we're consistent with the basics, hitting at least 65 to 70 minimum every day.
Grams?
Yeah. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Which sounds really bad for where we should be, which is around 100. That's the goal. But we need to get up from 20 to try to getting a little bit closer to 100. So I'll go slowly, but.
So do you deal with the people who are like a vegetarian or vegan?
I'm vegetarian, kind of, so yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I have clients that are vegans too.
So how do you get your proteins in?
So I use the protein from them. Plexus has a protein for vegan, vegetarian, and whey. So I use that. And then I also do a lot with overnight oats. So I do Greek yogurt. I use quinoa. Quinoa's great. I do a lot of stir fries. So that's fun too.
Gotcha. Quinoa has a protein?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know that.
It's really
I never eat quinoas, but you mentioned like a non-GMO, right?
Yeah.
Like what? So I've heard so many people say GMO doesn't really affect too many people, but like a small percentage of people gets affected by GMO. Is that true, or like what's your take on GMOs?
I think that they're not great because they're genetically modified. So we've done something to food, which if humans touch food, we always ruin things we touch.
Right.
That's why we are where we are right now.
Yeah.
But I think, especially if you can just look at your supplements, just making sure those are non-GMO, that's a good place to start so that you're getting the best. And then with your food, I mean, I would love for everyone to eat organic, non-GMO, but that's not going to happen.
Okay, I understand. So maybe I guess I don't understand. Like why organic food is so much better for your body? Because for me, it's kind of maybe like a stupid question, but like
Stupid.
it's like I eat like Chick-fil-A, for example.
Yeah.
I can get my proteins in, and then I go eat salad, like, maybe I go Chipotle or something, and then I get salad and chicken or whatever, and then I get my protein in, my calories not over what I supposed to eat, and then I feel great,
Yeah.
But like people say, well, you can't eat fast food all the time because that, and I'm like, why though? Can I? Because it saves my time. But people say eat organic, and then like people tell me eating organic makes you feel better. I just don't understand it scientifically, or like I don't understand the reason why organic food is so much better for your body, other than like you feel like you think you feel better. I don't know.
Yeah.
So why is that?
So organic food isn't sprayed with pesticides. So non-organic food is sprayed super heavy with pesticides. So we can look at, if people want to start eating a little more organic, we can look at the Dirty Dozen, which is just the stuff that if you can get organic, you'd want to do that. And then the Clean 15, like, those are good.
So those pesticides in your body, why is that bad?
So it's fun. So it really can mess with your DNA. It can really mess with your gut. So I'm sure you've seen it on TikTok where people are like stripping their veggies and stripping their fruit and stuff.
No,
They're
I've
washing
never
it.
seen Yeah.
So you can wash your fruit with like baking soda and stuff, and it will hopefully help you like get off like we put wax on our apples here just to make them more appealing to buy. So we don't really do a whole lot of great with our food. So you want to go ahead and wash your fruit, wash your veggies, and it will really help your gut. So a lot of fitness people struggle with looking at wellness too and bringing that in. So with Chick-fil-A, they cook with peanut oil, and with like, I'm sure they cook with like palm oil and canola oil, which is not good for your gut at all. And so that can translate into bloating, allergies. You have, like, for instance, I have a friend who just turned out she's allergic to banana at 29.
Bananas?
Yeah. So that's random.
Right,
And
yeah.
that means your gut, you really need to get it under control because you're getting new food intolerances. So
Oh, so she wasn't born with it?
no.
So because she was eating like a kind of bad, so she got an allergy to banana?
Yeah, because her gut is a little not balanced. She's dealing with that, also with sleep issues. She's bloated a lot. So with a lot of people, when they start working on their gut and they switch out canola oil and vegetable oils for olive oil or avocado oil at home,
What about Pam?
no.
No?
No.
Why not?
You can
It's
get
100 calories.
You can get an avocado oil spray.
Avocado oil spray?
Yeah, Trader Joe's has it.
So is that better than
Yes.
Pam?
Yes.
Why is that?
So Pam is really not great for your gut. It's not the best. It's kind of in line with vegetable oil and canola oil. So it's just like simple changes like cooking with olive oil, cooking with avocado oil, or
Is that 0 calories?
it's not.
Oh.
So, but I think that the trade-off is better.
How many calories are those oil? Avocado oil?
I'm not sure.
Huh.
But I know that if you started doing it, you would feel a difference.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
If
I
you
cook
think about
everything
it-
with a pan.
But if you think about it, you're putting so much time into nourishing your body already.
Yeah.
If you add in some healthy fats, you're going to feel so much better, even more than you already do.
Okay. So how can I? Okay. So this is the kind of like a argument, or like I have to maybe excuse I have, right?
Yeah.
To not eat good. Is that like you say, everybody said eat organic food, whatever, you feel better, right? I guess I just have to feel it. Is there like anything that I can go get tested? Say, hey, like for example, weight loss is very easy, right? Because
Yeah.
you can get on the scale, say, oh, I'm losing weight. And then weightlifting is very measurable because, okay, I can rep this much, I can lift this heavy weight or whatever, I can add 5 pounds every week. It's very measurable. but for like feeling, right, like a food and stuff, and to say I feel better, that's literally not measurable.
Yeah.
So like, how can I? Because if I can't see the goal or like a increase of productivity or increase of like a health,
Yeah.
like I guess I get demotivated. I guess like, is there any way I can measure gut health?
You can. I would recommend everyone go and get their labs done every year, like labs with blood pressure, all of that. And then you can do something that's a little invasive, but if you wanted to do it, especially if you struggle and you've tried everything, you can go to a functional medicine doctor. There's one in Yukon that's incredible, and you can do a GI map. And that's a little invasive, but it's fine. And you can actually see where you're starting at with your gut health journey. And
What's a GI map?
You send in a sample
Of the number 2?
Yeah, of your number
Gotcha.
2. Yeah. It's super interesting. So you can send that in. And then if you want to do it again in like a year or year and a half, you can do that again and see the difference.
Huh. That'd be a great YouTube.
It would be a great YouTube video. I'm not doing it. I'll let you do it.
So that or blood pressure or whatever.
The GI map actually looks at your gut and the differences in bacteria in there. So if you have too much bad, if you have good, like it's going to be able to measure where you're at.
What made you decide to get into the health garden and fitness?
Yeah, so when I was 15, I was really overweight, and my mom actually took me to the Y. I fell in love with boot camp classes, and then she took me to this class called Zumba. Never heard of it before, but I loved to dance. I was a cheerleader, and it changed my life. So I started really learning from the girls, and they brought me in just like I was like them. And we would go out, do things, and the community was just so good that I knew I wanted to always be part of it. And so I became a fitness instructor at 17.
17?
Yeah.
What did you, like, you want to lower your mic a little quick? But, like, you can kind of adjust it like this. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Nice. I got you.
Yeah, okay. But anyways, what did you teaching? Like a weightlifting stuff or Zumba?
I taught Zumba.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is Zumba?
Zumba is like Latin dance fitness.
Yeah. Is that work?
It's so fun.
Yeah?
Yes.
Is that for like I guess fitness, or like what's it good for?
It's great cardio. So my girls burn anywhere from 400 to sometimes 750 calories in one class.
Damn, in an hour?
Yeah, in an hour.
That's a lot.
It's so fun. I love it.
Do you still do that?
Yep. Yeah, and then I also teach hip-hop cardio. So we take the Latin out of it, and then we just do like American music, hip-hop, and it's so much fun.
Hip-hop cardio? Is that like hip-hop dancing?
Yeah.
You do hip-hop dancing?
Yeah.
Where at?
I teach at the Y in Edmond.
Really?
Yep.
Maybe, is that something you have to be able to dance to go over there?
No, I have girls that come in that don't have any dance experience at all. They're just looking to get into some fitness classes, and they love it.
Huh. That's not a dance class, is it?
It's like dancing, yeah.
It is a dance class?
It's a dance class, yeah.
So if I was start going there, like, would I be able to dance?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Huh. Maybe I'll come.
It's fun. It's so fun.
Yeah, that is awesome. So so as a health coach, right?
Yeah.
Do you like weightlifting or like cardio, or like what do you recommend it to your clients?
I like both.
Yes.
I think you need both, but I definitely think we need to see more weightlifting going forward and resistance training. I think a lot of women are scared to go get in the weight section with the guys. They call it the bro section.
Yeah.
But, I think YouTube is great. Like I mentioned earlier, you can really go in with an idea of what you want to do, and then just grab your weights, go in your corner, go wherever you want to be, and get your weights in, because that's so key, especially as you get older. Like, women need to be lifting weights.
Why is that?
So we lose bone density as we age, and it starts in our 30s. So if we start weightlifting, it doesn't have to be crazy. Like, you don't have to slam the barbell down. It's fine. you can just do free weights
Yeah.
and you'll still get the benefit of doing it.
Isn't that a lot of like I mean like female friends?
Yeah.
I always talk about you should lift weights and stuff.
Yeah.
And they all say, "Oh, I don't want to get jacked." Right?
Yeah.
Does your client
Yes,
say that
I've
too?
definitely heard that before.
So like why do you think I want to get jacked too? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I put my time in the gym, but I'm not like, you know, like Olympia, like a physique like that. But girl think like if they lift a like 15-pound of weight, they will get like a jacked or whatever. Like, why do you think they have that myth or like misunderstanding of the lifting weights?
I think that's what's always just been said, but the science doesn't support that. You would have to be taking so much protein, so much creatine, and then be lifting super heavy to even start looking like jacked.
Yeah, and they also like, I mean, steroids or something like
Yeah.
that. I mean, like, if you don't take steroids, then like you can't get too jacked.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm just like, sometimes, but what kind of program that the female fitness person should start? Like full body, push-pull legs, like anything, or like what do you recommend?
I think they could go for one day and do upper body, and then the next day do lower body, and then do one day full body, and then they can have a couple of days of cardio.
Gotcha.
And I think that's a really good place to start. And it doesn't have to be an hour. It could be 30 minutes if they have that.
The cardio?
Cardio or weightlifting. I just want people to start doing it. Because an
gotcha.
hour sounds like a lot for people, but 30 minutes, and everybody has 30 minutes.
Damn, that's crazy. 30 minutes. I mean, like, I guess from my mindset, right? Because
Right.
I mean, if I can, but I train 3 hours minimum a day. So
Right.
when people say 30 minutes, I'm like, that's just stretching time.
Yes. Yes.
That do you what do you think about stretching? Oh, this is a myth too.
Okay.
A lot of people talk about okay, some people told me I shouldn't stretch before working out.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you on that side?
I think a good warm-up is fine. So I think, for instance, with Zumba, we do kind of an aerobic-y type working out with squats, lunges. We're doing a bunch of different movements. But if I'm going up there to do weightlifting, then I'm running on the treadmill or I'm walking first just to get my body warm. And then I think you definitely need to stretch after.
Then lift weight.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you stretch before lift, right?
I think if you're lifting heavy, yes. Super heavy.
If you're not lifting heavy. And then you stretch after?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The worst thing is to go get in your car when you're still like warm.
Okay, another things that today was interesting to me. So I went to sauna. So I went to gym in the morning. I got a cardio stair. I did a stair and then went to sauna. And then whenever we were sitting in sauna, and then a lot of guys were talking about you should get cold plunge and a cold shower in the morning, which I do every morning.
Yeah.
And then you go work out. And then once you work out, you shouldn't hit the cold shower. You should get like more heat in the sauna. Then if you do that, like that calories burning will carry throughout the day. Is that true?
I don't know, but it sounds good. Like, I definitely think there's benefits to it.
Yeah.
for
Do you
sure.
take cold shower in the morning?
Yes.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Why is that good for your body?
It's good if you're stressed out. It's really good for mindset and really, really good for stress.
Yeah. I mean, I do like that taking cold shower just because of when you wake up, like it wakes you up.
Yeah.
And then like your body, man, people think that taking a cold shower makes your body cold, but almost the opposite. Like whenever I'm taking a cold shower, my body gets warmer.
Yeah.
And then actually my hairstylist told me, said, if you're taking cold shower, you should do that 3 minutes. And then after you shiver, body get warmer. Because I got so used to it. Like, so I guess I was taking like a minute cold shower. And then actually I put timer on my phone. And then like I counted like 3 minutes. That was like the longest 3 minutes I kind of felt.
Ever.
And then I was cold, and after that I felt so much better. So I don't know, like how long do you take like a long cold shower or?
I think 2 or 3 minutes is good.
Yeah. So like is that good for gut health too or?
I think it's good for overall health. So if you're not so stressed, it's going to indirectly help your gut health because stress is huge, especially if you have like anxiety. If it's just a stressful day and it's just you can't get through it, cold showers will help you a lot.
So how do you deal with stress?
Working out.
Working out?
That is why I work out so much, honestly. 100%. It is the most underutilized tool. People need to do it more.
How much do you work out?
I work out probably 5 to 6 times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I like to walk, believe it or not. Love walking. I like weight training. I think I teach 3 or 4 classes a week, so that helps. I do Zumba, and then I also teach toning. So I do a lot of mix of cardio and weight training.
Got you.
And then stretching.
That's
Stretching's
nice.
important.
Can you do splits?
Not yet. I used to be able to. Yeah. Trying to get those back.
Yeah, the stretching is important. I mean, I try to do it every session before and after, and then yeah, just stretching kind of overlooked all the time. But so I would like to ask this question. Like I do ask this question to every single guest. What were you doing 2018? That's 5 years ago.
What was I doing? Oh, goodness. That was a fun year.
Is that construction going on?
I think so.
Sorry if it's a lot of noise. This is construction.
So in 2018, I was still teaching Zumba, and then I was also traveling a lot. So I hadn't met my husband yet, so I was solo traveling to like Europe and staying over there for a little bit and then coming back. So I still had my health coaching business, but I was doing it kind of remote more just because I was away. So that's what I was doing.
Okay, so if you meet 5 years ago yourself, what advice do you give to yourself?
Oh gosh. Stop drinking alcohol as much. That has changed my life. I haven't drinking so long. And if you look at pictures of me in 2018, I'm the same size, but not really. Like the inflammation in my body is gone now versus back then. It was crazy. So
Inflammation.
yeah, I had a lot of just like puffiness everywhere. My face was super puffy. And I think that alcohol definitely, people use it for stress management a lot of the times. But I think I would tell myself to do that, the cold showers, cold plunges, and then start incorporating more weight training. I wasn't really incorporating weight training yet. And so that has been really key for me too.
Gotcha. What do you, so for the gut health, people say like 1 glass of wine is good for you, right? Is that true?
I just think there's other ways. I think there's other ways we can help our gut. So I've seen it in my own life that maybe having 1 to 2 to 3 drinks a month, I think that's great. Because most Americans have 1 every night. Mm-hmm. So I think if we can condense it down and then add other things in, I think that's better.
Huh. Is alcohol is still poisonous to your body?
Yeah.
You would say?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that like why is that though? Like is that some sort of like blood like it clogs out, or like why is alcohol is bad?
Well, the science says it's not great for us, and so it's been shown to really make people's like digestive issues flare up. It helps people gain weight, and then it's not really great for sleep. So a lot of people will use wine at night to go to bed, but you're actually really messing with your sleep cycle. So you may feel good going to bed, but you're going to wake up around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, or you wake up the next day like super groggy. So I definitely am not a person that, I don't think that's true. I think they could use other things.
Like
yeah.
What's a good thing, a good alternative to go to sleep?
So there's a couple brands. Yogi has some tea that's really great for sleep, and so does Traditional Medicinals. You can get those anywhere, and they're great. They have nighty-night tea. It's great. That's fun. You can have it with honey, or you can use CBD. I like CBD like a lot with either gummies. I think that works really well too. And then just having a night routine in general. So I like to not watch TV right before bed just so I can kind of get ready for sleep. So kind of having a night routine that makes sense for you.
Huh. Night routine. You have a morning routine too, I assume? I mean, routine is pretty important.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. And then also, so let's say today's 2023, right? So 5 years later it'll be 2028. So how do you see yourself in 5 years?
I think I've incorporated routines in the last year, and it's changed everything.
Like what?
Instead of waking up, I don't know if you do this, you're disciplined, but I used to I would wake up late, and I would then go through my day like a bull in a china shop, just bumping into everything. My mood was everywhere, and I never really felt like I could get a hold of anything. I was just getting through the day. So I think that now that I have routines, I'll be more productive, and I'm still going to be doing what I'm doing, but in a better way that I can serve my clients.
So do you wake up earlier or
I wake up earlier. I actually eat breakfast. I don't eat at 5:30 in the evening anymore. So I used to not eat all day, and then I would eat at night, and that's it. And that's terrible. And a lot of people do that. And they think that, oh, it's fine, I'm just busy. But it's because we don't have routine in place. And if you hate routine, you need to get over it and have a routine, because then you will not hate it. You will be like, this is what I've been waiting for, because it will just make things so much easier.
So what time do you wake up?
I wake up at 7.
7?
Yeah, nothing crazy, just 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I wake up when my alarm goes off, and I get up, I start getting ready, and then I wait a little bit to have breakfast depending on how I feel, but I make sure I have water, take my vitamins, get ready. And so I think the key is to not snooze and keep snoozing and keep snoozing and keep snoozing.
Do you find like a breakfast is most important meal? Is that like, I don't eat breakfast ever.
Yeah.
Like what is your take on the breakfast?
I think everyone's unique. So I think some people like you do intermittent fasting?
Yeah, I don't eat till then.
Yeah. So I think some people thrive on that, and some people need breakfast, but I would recommend waiting at least an hour just so you have your water, your vitamins, and then you can eat. But I think some people, it just depends on what they need. It's like some people are really great vegans and some people aren't. So everyone just needs to know what they work with.
So you eat 3 meals a day?
I eat probably 2 meals a day, and then I have a couple other like little tiny snacks in the afternoon, because that's really when I'm working.
Gotcha.
So unless I meal prep, then...
Yeah, that's kind of the reason. Like, I mean, I don't think I'd do it for health reason for intermittent fasting, because I can't. If I just eat breakfast, I would like to eat lunch, and then I would like to eat dinner. So that'd be 3 meals. If I eat 3 meals, I will go over my calories. So I might as well not eat breakfast. And then I guess I heard like if you don't eat and then you go do cardio, you burn more or whatever. But I think it's a myth. But then I just eat lunch, and then I eat big dinner, and then I feel full and then go to sleep, you know? So, and then that's kind of how I lost weight. But, you know, I was 3-4 years ago, I was like 185. Like you're saying, like I was like puffy, chunky. I would say fat Yosuke, but you know, I was like super fat. And then, it took me about 1.5 years to, you know, get solid. And then like, you know, I feel comfortable. Like I feel like I'm fit or whatever.
Yeah.
And it just took time. And then a lot of people ask me to teach them how to lose weight. And then a lot of people give them like a month program. But I tell them like, hey, this is going to take 6 months. Because it does take 6 months.
That's fair. Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
I think if you have a 6 month, I guarantee that almost like they can lose like 25 pounds if they're like bigger set. Then if you lose 25 pounds, then it's kind of like you kind of see like you can't see the result. You know, if you lose first 5 pounds, nobody's going to realize.
Right.
10 pounds, maybe your closest people will realize. And if you lose like 20 pounds, like everybody will realize.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what I tell people to do. But is there any other like a health gut tips that people should know or people shouldn't do, or this is a common mistake people say?
I think the biggest thing is stop Googling every single thing and not taking action. Just start doing something. So the big basics would be to stay hydrated. So get a non-clear bottle if that makes sense for you, or get a bottle, or not a bottle, get a gallon of water if that makes sense for you too, if you're there. And then I would at least like go to the grocery store, get some good meals and snacks, and then just start moving. So if you've never done exercise before or been consistent, try different stuff.
Yeah.
And that's going to help just keep you on track and just start. And then you can add in your supplementation, and then you can add in other things, but just start and stop just waiting to have the right answers and just start doing something.
So I think that that is a great advice. Just start doing something.
Yeah.
Right? I totally agree. But like my question is always like, hey, go get good snacks, right? How do you know that's a good snack? Because if you go to Whole Foods, right, and then there's so many bad stuff in there.
Yes.
So like, how do you know it's a good snack? But you say don't Google it, right? But how do you know that's like a good snack?
I think if you're going to look for snacks, just make sure that they are quality.
Cane sugar.
Yeah. Cane sugar, stevia.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have all the dyes and artificial sweeteners and colors and all that. But if you need other options, like Aldi's great. They have really affordable options. Trader Joe's does too. Costco does. So just get really good about label reading, and you're going to want to once you start feeling good.
And then just go to YouTube more than Google.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend YouTube over Google, or even TikTok. TikTok's an awesome search engine, so you can totally find really good stuff on there.
Yeah, then, I mean, like, Google, it's kind of weird, right? I mean, so for me, like, so I did a David Goggins workout. I trained like a David Goggins for 24 hours. So I had to swim for a mile. So I Googled, like, how many laps is a mile? And it says, like, if you're Olympic things, and it's 16 laps. And if you're a conventional swimming pool, and then you do 32 laps. I was like, okay, cool. Like, we're going to go do a 32 laps. And then like one lap counts from start to go down that to the finish. That counts as one. And then come back is 2 laps. So if you go down and back, that counts 2.
Right.
So me and my training partner had an argument about, well, down and back is 1 lap, so whatever. Yeah. So I Googled it, and they'd say down is 1 lap, and then coming back, so it's 2 laps. So we did 32 laps, so that's a mile. And then turns out none of us are right. The mile is actually 64 laps.
Oh, no.
But also it's like a down and back is a 2 laps. So I was right, but it's a mile is a 64 laps. So if people are Googling it and getting this information, probably you're not right. Just listen to this podcast and learn it. But another thing is that but a lot of people comments, right? Like, since you're doing social media over 10 years, you said?
It'll be 10 years this year.
Like, so do you think that the hated comment got worse? Like, throughout the year? Or, like, is that same amount?
Like
Like, do you get hated comment?
Oh, all the time. All the time.
Like, is that like a got increase over the years, or?
I think the more visible you get, yes.
How do you deal with your hated comments?
You either are going to quit social media or you're going to get over it.
Yeah.
Because you could be perfect, and...
Do you reply to those comments?
It depends on the comment.
If it's a hated comment, like, you still...
I'll usually say haha or LOL.
Really?
Because they're helping me get engagement. So at the end of the day, it's fine.
Yeah.
Honestly. It used to really bother me. But now it's like you're not going to be perfect for everybody.
Yeah.
That's okay. So.
How did you get over that?
I think just being exposed to it, honestly, because I was consistently posting and then just getting them over and over and over again. And it's just like, okay, either I'm going to stop doing this, but I'm helping some people and some people are choosing not to, look at the content, learn. That's fine.
It's so funny to me that because like I just start like social media journey maybe 4 months now, I would say. Then like a lot of people text me or like call me, say like they got inspired or they got like that I'm doing a good job or whatever.
That's awesome.
And then like that's cool. I'm like, man, comment on YouTube. That will help me.
YouTube? Yeah.
Like why you text me that? But anyways, but a lot of like my like YouTube shorts and stuff, like I get so much like hated comments and then I like and love or whatever, like a heart it or whatever, and they just like I don't know why people hit comments more hated comment than like a good comments, Do you ever think that?
I think a lot of people are just negative, and that's honesty right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would recommend if you're getting the comments like that, just keep posting because you're doing something right. And just be okay with it. You're not going to be everyone's favorite person. That's okay.
Yeah.
Because you're going to reach the people that you're meant to reach.
That's cool. That's a good advice. Well, where can listeners can find you?
They can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and on TikTok at Joe's Healthy Life. I post daily recipes, tips, tricks, all that, and all things gut health.
Got you. Do you have a like a tagline?
Like my username?
Oh no, like do you have like some like like a one-liner saying you say all the time or?
I don't, but I would just tell y'all to get started.
Get started.
Get started and just stay consistent. That's the big thing.
Get started, stay consistent. Then that would be. I mean, you'll be successful at anything if you do that.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for coming in, and then thanks for everybody watching. And then if you're watching on the YouTube, please like and comment, and then hit the subscribe button. And then see you guys next Friday. And if you guys are listening on the podcast platform, please give us a 5-star review. And then I see you guys next week. Always be frank. And then drink ton of water, get jacked.